Hello students, how are you? Again, welcome to my class. Now today we will discuss about one new topic, that is properties of whole numbers. Okay. In this section, first we will discuss about closure property. And you know very well, in mathematics we use only four type of mathematical operator: plus, minus, multiplication and division. In mathematics we use only four type of mathematical operator: plus, minus, multiplication and division. Okay, so just I want to give some example to you. Suppose you have two natural number, this is 5 and this is 2. 5 is a whole number, 5 is whole number and 2 is a whole number. Okay, after adding you will get 7. After adding you will get 7. That means 7 is also a whole number. 7 is also a whole number. So what did you notice? The sum of two whole number. The sum of two whole number is also a whole number. Okay. In second example, as you are looking, 4 is a whole number and 5 is a whole number. After adding you will get 9. After adding you will get 9. Therefore 9 is also a whole number. 9 is also a whole number. That means whole numbers are close under addition. Whole numbers are close under addition. That is the first basic point. Then after we will discuss about closure property on subtraction. Okay. Then after we will discuss about closure property on subtraction. Now look here. Just I want to give one example to you. Suppose this is 7. Okay. 7 is a whole number and 4 is other whole number. 7 is first whole number and 4 is other whole number. If you subtract 4, then you will get 3. If you will subtract 4, then you will get 3. Okay. 7 minus 4 is equal to 3. That means 3 is a whole number. Three is a whole. 7 minus 4 is equal to 3. 3 is a whole number. Okay. Just I want to give one more example. Suppose this is 4. Okay. 4 is first whole number and 7 is other whole number. If you will subtract 7 from 4, if you will subtract 7 from 4, then you will get minus 3. Now look here. If you will subtract 7 from 4, then you will get minus 3. That means minus 3 is not a whole number, but minus 3 is not a whole number. Okay. In first example, what you are looking, 7 minus 4 is equal to 3. In first example, 7 is bigger number, 4 is smaller number. In this example, smaller number separate from bigger number. Smaller number separate from bigger number, then you will get a positive number. You know very well, every whole number is positive except 0. 7 minus 4 is equal to 3. 3 is a whole number. Okay. But in second example, what you are looking, you will separate bigger number from smaller number. 4 is smaller number, 7 is bigger number. In second example, subtract bigger number from smaller number. Then what you will get? 4 minus 7 is equal to minus 3. Minus 3. It is a negative number. It is a negative number. And please keep in mind, whole numbers are always positive. Whole numbers are always positive except 0. But minus 3 is a negative number. Minus 3 is a negative number. So minus 3 is not a whole number. Okay. Just I want to give one more example. Suppose this is 10. 10 minus 4. 10 minus 4 is equal to 6. 10 minus 4 is equal to 6. 6 is a whole number. 6 is a whole number. Okay. But in other example, suppose this is 9 minus 12. 9 minus 12. What you will get? You know very well, 9 is smaller number, 12 is bigger number. In this example, we are doing subtract. We are doing subtract bigger number from smaller number. If you will subtract bigger number from smaller number, then you will get always negative number. So 9 minus 12 is equal to minus 3. 9 minus 12 is equal to minus 3. And minus 3 is not a whole number. Minus 3 is not a whole number. Okay. I want to give one more example. Suppose this is 8. Okay. And this is 15. What you will get if you subtract 15 from 8? You know very well, 8 minus 15 is equal to minus 7. 8 minus 15 is equal to minus 7. That means in this example, bigger number subtract from smaller number, then you will get smallest number. Then you will get 8 minus 15 is equal to minus 7. If you will subtract bigger number from smallest number, then you will get always negative number. Then you will get always negative number. That is minus 7. So minus 7 is not a whole number. Minus 7 is not a whole number. Therefore, what is the meaning of all these examples? The main basic point is whole numbers are not close. Whole numbers are not close under subtraction. Okay, whole numbers are not close under subtraction. After we will discuss about closure properties on multiplication. Then after we will discuss about closure property on multiplication. Suppose you have two natural numbers. This is 3 and this is 2. 3 is a whole number and 2 is a whole number. What is the product of these two whole numbers? 3 into 2 is equal to 6. 6 is a whole number. 3 into 2 is equal to 6. 6 is a whole number. Okay. In second example, suppose this is 5 and this is 7. 5 is a whole number and 7 is a whole number. What is the product of these two whole numbers? 5 into 7, it will give to you 35. So in first example, what you are looking, the product of two whole number is a whole number, 6 is a whole number. Okay. In second example, what you are looking, the product of two whole number is a whole number, 5 into 7, it will give to you 35. 35 is a whole number. Okay, that means whole numbers are close. Whole numbers are close under multiplication. Okay, whole numbers are close under multiplication. Suppose I want to give one more example. Suppose this is 8. Okay, 8 is a whole number. 8 multiplied by 0. 8 multiplied by 0. 0 is also a whole number. 8 into 0, it will give to you 0. 0 is a whole number. Zero is a whole number. That means whole numbers are close under multiplication. Okay, we will discuss about closure properties on division. Okay, closure property on division. Suppose you have two natural number. Suppose this is 8 divided by 4. 8 divided by 4. You know very well, when 8 divided by 4, then you will get 2. Look here, 8 divided by 4. 8 is dividend, 4 is divisor. 4 to the 8. 8 minus 8, 0. 8 divided by 4, you will get 2. That means 2 is a whole number. Okay, 8 is a whole number, 4 is a whole number. When 8 divided by 4, then you will get 2. 2 is also a whole number. But in other example, suppose this is 3 and divided by 5. This is 3 and this is 5. 3 is a whole number. 3 is a whole number. 5 is a whole number. But when you 3 divided by 5, then you will get 3 upon 5. Then you will get 3 upon 5. That means 3 upon 5 is not a whole number. 3 upon 5 is not a whole number. So in first example, what you are looking, 8 divided by 4, you will get 2. In first example, quotient is 2. 2 is a whole number. Okay, but in second example, what you are looking, if 3 divided by 5, then you will get 3 upon 5. So 3 upon 5 is not a whole number. 3 upon 5 is not a whole number. 3 upon 5 is not a whole number. So what is the main conclusion? That means closure property are not close under division. That means whole numbers are not close whole numbers are not close under division. Okay, that is the main basic point. Whole numbers are not close under division. So, but in other example, suppose this is 5. This is 5. 5 is a whole number and 5 divided by 0. 5 divided by 0. What you will get? 5 divided by 0, you will get undefined value. You will get undefined value. That means 5 is a whole number and 0 is a whole number. So look here, what is the quotient for this question? Answer is undefined. Answer is undefined. Okay. But in second example, suppose this is 0 and 0 divided by 3. 0 divided by 3, you will get 0. Okay. 0 divided by 3, you will get 0. That means 5 divided by 0, you will get undefined value. That means this division is not possible. This type of division is not possible. But 0 divided by 3, you will get 0. So, whole numbers are not close under division. Okay, that means whole numbers are close whole numbers are close under addition and multiplication. Whole numbers are close. Whole numbers are close under addition and multiplication. Okay, but whole numbers are not close under subtraction and division. Okay, so that is the main basic point. Whole numbers are close under addition and multiplication, but whole numbers are not close under subtraction and division. Okay, again your next property is commutative property. Okay, now we will apply commutative property on addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. We will apply the commutative property on addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Okay, just I want to give some example. First I will take about addition. Suppose you have two whole number. Suppose you have two natural number or two whole number. 5 is a whole number and 2 is a whole number. 5 plus 2, it will give to you 7. 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. In this example, 5 is in first place and 2 is in second place. Okay, but if you change the order, if you change the order of these two whole number, then what you will get? In first example, 2 is in second place. In second example, 2 is in first place. Okay. In first example, 5 is in first place. But in second example, 5 is in second place. So 2 is in first place, 5 is in second place. 2 plus 5, it will give to you 7. 2 plus 5, it will give to you 7. That means in both conditions, what you are getting, the results are same. Results are same. In first example, the sum is 7. In second example, sum is 7. So, what is the basic point? That means addition of whole number. Addition of whole number follow the commutative property. Addition of whole number follow the commutative property. Okay. Addition of whole number follow the commutative property. Just we will discuss about for multiplication. Okay. Now look here. I want to give some example to you. Suppose this is 3. 3 is a whole number. 3 into 4 is equal to 12. 3 4s are 12. Okay. In this example, 3 is in first place, 4 is in second place. 3 into 4 is equal to 12. Okay. But in other example, 4 is in first place. 4 is in first place and 3 is in second place. 4 is in first place and 3 is in second place. 4 into 3, it will give to you 12. 4 into 3, it will give to you 12. So, in this example, what you are looking, the results are same. That is 12. 12 is a whole number. So, what is the basic point? Multiplication of whole number. Multiplication of whole number follow the commutative property. Multiplication of whole number follow the commutative property. Okay. So what you are looking? Addition of whole number follow the commutative property, and next basic point is multiplication of whole number follow the commutative property. Okay. Then after we will discuss about commutative property on subtraction. Now look here. Suppose you have two whole number. This is 9 and this is 5. 9 minus 5. As you know very well, 9 and 5 is a whole number. 9 and 5 is a whole number. 9 is bigger number, 5 is smaller number. If you subtract smaller number from bigger number, then you will get always positive number. 9 minus 5 is equal to 4. 9 minus 5 is equal to 4. Please keep in mind, every whole number is a positive. Every whole number is a positive except 0. 9 minus 5, it will give to you 4. In first example, 9 is in first place, 5 is in second place. Okay, but if you change the order of these two number, in first example 5 is in second place, so in second example 5 is in first place. In first example 9 is in first place. In second example 9 is in second place. Okay, so 5 minus 9, it will give to you minus 4. 9 minus 5 is equal to 4, but 5 minus 9 is equal to minus 4. In these two examples, what you are looking, results are different. Results are different. In first example, you are looking 4. In second example, you are looking minus 4. 4 and minus 4, both are different number. Both are different number. That means whole numbers are not follow. Whole numbers are not follow whole numbers are not follow the commutative property. Whole numbers are not follow the commutative property for subtraction. Okay, that is the main basic point. Whole numbers are not follow the commutative property for subtraction. Okay, as you are looking in these two examples. Okay, then after we will discuss about for division. Okay, suppose you have two whole number. Suppose this is 15 and this is 3. Okay, 15 is a whole number and 3 is a whole number. 15 divided by 3, it is equal to 5. 15 divided by 3, it will give to you 5. Okay, in first example 15 is in first place, 3 is in second place. 15 divided by 3, it will give to you 5. Okay, but if you change the order of these two number, that means in this example 3 is in second place, we write here 3 is in first place, divided by 15 is in first place, so we can write here 15 is in second place. 3 divided by 15, in 3 and 15, in this example 3 is dividend, 15 is divisor. 3 is dividend and 15 is divisor. It will give to you 3 upon 15. 3 upon 15. 3 1 ja 3, 3 5 ja 15. That is 1 upon 5. It is equal to 1 upon 5. So what you are looking, in first example 15 divided by 3 is equal to 5. 5 is a whole number. But in second example 3 divided by 15 is equal to 3 upon 15. After cancellation you will get 1 upon 5. So 1 upon 5 is not a whole number. 1 upon 5 is not a whole number. 5 is a whole number, but 1 upon 5 is not a whole number. That means 5 is a whole number and 1 upon 5 is not a whole number. That means division of whole number, division of whole number division of whole numbers does not follow the does not follow the commutative property. Division of whole number does not follow the commutative property. Okay, this example, what you are looking, whole numbers are commutative. Whole numbers are commutative. Whole numbers are commutative. Whole numbers are commutative for addition and multiplication. Whole numbers are commutative for addition and multiplication, but whole numbers are not commutative. Whole numbers are not commutative for subtraction and division. That is the main basic point for commutative property. Whole numbers are commutative for addition and multiplication, but whole numbers are not commutative for subtraction and division. Okay, so my dear students, this is the closure property and commutative property for whole numbers. I hope that it will be very knowledgeable to you for your exam. Thank you. God bless you.